My name's Heather McIntyre, and I'll be playing the character of Jane in Speaking in Tongues.
And I'm Ben Latham, and I'll be playing Pete.
Jane is married to Pete, and the play opens at a point where their marriage is in crisis.
The relationship, I guess, already starts out on rocky ground. Pete and Jane are childless. They've been in a rut for a little while, so the acts at the start of the play are a result of that sort of constant discord between the two of them, a pressure that's been building up over the years preceding the start of the play.
They're trying to work all that out, and there are points of conflict and there are points of reconciliation, and you'll just have to come along and watch if you want to know what happens to them. I can relate to Jane in that she's at a point in her life where she can keep going in a direction where she's not happy, or she can change things up. But if she wants to change things or to make a better future for herself, then she has to make an active decision that's going to cause her some pain in the short term. And I remember being at similar points in my life in relation to various things and having to find the courage within myself to maybe chart an unfamiliar and uncomfortable path. So I can see where she's coming from in that regard. In another sense, though, I find Jane a challenging character to play in some ways because I feel like she's not a great communicator. I feel like she has a lot of good intentions, but she often says the wrong thing, or she rubs people up the wrong way, or she has a bit of trouble talking about her feelings. And so digging through the text with a character who's a poor communicator to figure out what it is that she's really trying to say underneath all those words has been one of the most interesting parts of learning to play Jane as a character.
I think for Pete, Pete really means well, but he doesn't always think through the consequences of his actions on the people around him. He makes attempts to improve his own situation, to try to repair his relationship, to interact with other people. He also has a certain lack of care for other people. He's very focused on what he believes is the objectively right thing over what's right for the people in his life. That's been a little trickier, is moving from towards someone who's so black and white about things, someone who has such extreme views about morality, and playing those hard lines can be difficult, coming from a background of someone who really tries to focus on compromise so much of the time. I have no background in contemporary dramas at all, so this is a good broadening of my horizons to a new dramatic form, and then also excellent exposure to an Australian playwright with whose works I was not familiar before.
That's another thing that really attracted me to this performance, the opportunity to present the work of an eminent Australian playwright to Japanese audiences is an opportunity too good to turn up, really. I think that this is a play that's strongly grounded in Australian life and Australian landscape, but its themes are fairly universal, and I'm really hoping that Tokyo's international audiences will get a lot from seeing this play.
Please come see our Tips production, not just ours, but the whole company's, of Speaking in Tongues at the Nakano Pocket Theater from February 23rd to 26th. Tickets are available online at tokyoplayers.org.
We've got 5 shows, so don't miss out.